Just when you thought airplane cabins couldn't get any more packed, think again.
Patent sketches from the Airbus shows there's some new and unusual ways that they are thinking about cramming even more people into the airplane. So joining us now for more details is travel expert Mark Murphy. We have to look at these sketches first. So you have to tell us, like, I saw them and I thought, oh, this must be like a cartoon. This can't be real. No,
it's great. You know, stack people up. But think about it. The 747 put that second deck on, and they put people in business class and first class up there. But you were separated by a floor. Now you may be separated by the rear end. So,
oh boy, look at that.
But keep in mind, you might have little stairs going up. There's different designs. These airline manufacturers do hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of patents a year. 99.9% of them never happen. But what they want to do is protect that idea. So if they do go forward with it, anybody else that wants to put that on their own aircraft, a la Boeing, they're going to pay Airbus to configure their seats that way. Remember a few years ago we had the bicycle seats.
Oh, yeah, right.
I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
We had the strap hanger concept.
No.
So literally like a subway in the sky.
No thanks.
Oh, wow.
That didn't go anywhere.
But for this particular patent, what are they saying is the benefit here for passengers?
Well, let's not worry about the passengers. Let's just worry about putting more people on the plane. What are you thinking about?
Sorry.
So, yeah, the idea is to be able to fit more people, and they say create more space because you do have these wide-body planes. You have this A380, the double-decker. So now what they're thinking about is how can they put more people on? And then we think about the green movement and everything else. If you have more people, you know, less emissions per person. There's a lot of benefits. And we're going to have a boom in travel for the next several decades. We're going to need more planes to move more people and to do it more efficiently. And I think this is one idea. We'll see where it goes.
I can see you having to reach down to get your peanuts, you know?
Yeah, right. If you fall over, you break your neck.
Yeah,
right?
really. So realistically, do you think we'll see this? I mean, you said that they make these patents all the time.
I think, yeah, it's very rare that this exact configuration will happen, but could a variant of this happen? Yeah, don't say no. I think it could conceivably happen. I'm still trying to figure out where the heck the luggage is going.
Oh, gosh.
Good point.
You could balance it on your head, you know, work on your posture.
No idea. Don't give them any ideas.
Thank you. You might want to hold on to your boarding pass a little tighter before, during, and after the flight.
That's because barcodes found on these passes contain a slew of information about you that are not necessarily seen in plain sight. See what they did there? Mark is still here with us to explain. So, you know, aside from the information that we're used to people knowing my name and where I'm sitting and all that kind of other stuff, what other information is available?
The key thing is the record locator. So they can see through that record locator different who booked your flight, et cetera. But they also need access to change anything. They need access to your information. So they would need to be able to log into your account at American Airlines, AA.com, go in there and, quote, change your flight, look at your future flight plans. I think the biggest thing to worry about here is they know what flight you're on. And this is with social media, and there's another part of social media. I take the picture, I'm like, hey, look at me, I'm flying to Barcelona. So now anybody out there has public information that Mark Murphy's flying to Barcelona on flight AB. Then some guy stands outside with the sign, says, Mr. Murphy, here's your car. I get in a car, and next thing you know, it's not my car service. So that's the thing, especially for executives in certain places you go in the world. That's what I'd be concerned about. But then think about social media in general. You could go into a restaurant in New York City and see people who've just posted that they're there with their photos and walk up and go, hey, Elaine, great to see you. Can't believe you're here. And I could start having a conversation with you, even though you've never met me, because you put your stuff out in the public domain, and everybody's doing that. Check in here, check in there, check in there. They're basically creating a map of everywhere they go, and if all of a sudden there's a pattern there, a bad guy could say, I know that person. They seem to have this routine every day. They're always checking at Starbucks on 57th and 10th before they come to CBS. I'm lurking outside.
But, you know,
that's what you got to worry about.
It's one thing if I put my personal information out there, but if I give my personal information to an airline, I expect them to, you know, protect it. So what are airlines doing?
So airlines are protecting your information. What's happening is you're putting it out there because you're scanning or taking a picture on Instagram and your boarding pass, putting it out there on social media, or you're leaving it behind. It's just like anything else. If I leave a credit card offer and throw it in my garbage, can somebody go dig it out of my garbage, pretend they're me and sign up?
Right.
Potentially, and that does happen. And you really have to worry about that type of fraud because it happens constantly. People lose their identities constantly.
So the best way to protect yourself?
Just make sure your stuff, keep it private. Don't be throwing things around. I used to rip out of the magazines my subscription because I didn't want people to know my home address, right? So otherwise, some nut sees it, they see that, they connect the two of you up, and next thing you know, they're knocking on your door. We know there's some crazies out there. I think you guys are cool. You guys are cool.
I was like, where is that going? Do you want to be invited back?
I'm coming back.
All right, Mark Murphy. Until next time, thank you.
Thank you.